and welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Loving Hand Crafts by BMW. Today I'm going to show you how I put together this lovely shaker card for Valentine's. I know it's a little early, but I wanted to go ahead and get a jump on it because I was thinking about it. So this card is actually a shaker card. Get my little shaking, hit the shaker bits. It is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so an A2 size card. Let's get that there. So yeah, so it's got fancy glitter. I'm all about the bling, as you know. I use the print and cut feature in the inside of the card. I didn't do any heat embossing with this time. And I found the sentiments in Design Space and also this hard in Design Space. So what I did off camera was go ahead and cut out my pieces for the shaker. I didn't use foam, so you can use foam to build up the shaker part of the card. I didn't use that. So what I did was use multiple pieces of this heart design, and I'm going to glue them together to build up the well. As you can see, it's a little, this area is a little thin for to put in foam to build up the layers. So we're just going to use the cardstock. So this is just some plain Michaels cardstock. They're Michaels brand Recollections. And it's in pink. And so the idea is to glue up the layers and put them together to make a well, so you can add the shaker bits without them falling out. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm using my favorite glue, Barely Art Precision Craft glue. And I am just going to be happy gluing these together. So, a little bit will do. This is a new thing of glue, and it's just coming out real heavy for me, almost too heavy. I don't particularly care for that. Move that up in range. Dab. Wipe off some of the glue. Of course, this glue will dry clear, and I'll pick that up, and then I'll just go ahead, and you've got some wiggle room in here to wiggle those pieces to get them lined up. Do the best you can with the alignment, and pack your patience because you're gonna need it. Get this extra glue off my fingers. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so that's one down. And I have, here's my block. I had to wait to weigh it down. I don't see it. Oh, okay, there it is. I see it. Oh, way out of reach. Beg your pardon. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put that off to the side and put this just as a clear acrylic block. That off to the side and give it a few minutes to put a little weight on there. Stick that back on until I get that. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. It's been an interesting week. Make sure I'm in frame. I have to get used to this. Being in frame. So it's a new language I'm learning, a new skill. So that's number 3. So like I said, I'm going to use, I cut out extras because you never know. You're gonna have a catastrophe. So I made sure when I cut out extras, and I used my Maker 3. And I decided to go with the pink because I was using the pink cardstock. And if I used white or something as the base for this, then it would be more noticeable. So hold that down. And I'll use this, get some more glue. I can't wait for this glue to stop dripping out so much. It's just dripping, dripping, dripping. Big dots. Glue. Now if that happens, of course you can just sop it up with your finger. Which is what I'm doing right here. As much. Just turn it over and attach it to the top again. So this would be number 4. Now you can decide on how thick you want your layers are. If you don't think 5 or 6 is adequate, you can add more. Just as much as you think you're gonna need. Again with the glue. I was intimidated by shaker cards, and now that I've gotten made several of them, I am in love with making shaker cards. I'm thinking, what can I turn into a shaker? And I saw this design in Design Space, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. A shaker. Absolutely perfect. A step there, Brenda. Come on now. Take your time. Get in there. Now the good news is that final layer of the with the glitter is gonna cover up a whole lot of sins. So that's the good news. And the one good thing about the craft glue, the craft glue, is that you got a lot of wiggle room to move things around before it sets up. Okay, that was 4. 2 more, maybe 2. So see, I got a little boo-boo, so we'll put that in there. Didn't cut out as cleanly as I would have liked. Don't know why. So I've got a new Maker 3 for Christmas. So when I went ahead and took the plunge and got a dream box, because I have a small area to craft in, and I was speaking last time that I had to negotiate with my husband to turn our second bedroom into a craft room. So I said if I was going to go ahead and get a new dream box, a dream box for the craft room. I should have put that on the bottom. I'll figure it out. Then shouldn't have used it at all, but you know, that's how it goes. I was going to get a Maker 3. I had a Maker, and I have an Explorer Air 2, and I have a little Joy machine. So I think I got all the big ones. Let's see if I can find my craft knife. And when I tell you I have a small space to craft in, I mean it. I should have grabbed my craft knife out. Don't think I have it out. Well, I got some scissors. Close that. There we go. Here's my scissors. Oops, making a mess. See, I told you I'd make a mess. See if I can trim this off. That'll be covered up. I think that's number 5. I will do one more layer. And then with the top layer, that'll be layer 7. So I am so excited about having my dream box. I put together I got it pre-built. I wasn't gonna put my husband through the agonies of trying to put together our dream box. Because quite frankly, it was well worth it. Now, to each his own, but to me, it was worth it because I did not want to have my husband trying to spend our Christmas holiday trying to put together my big dream box for me. But I went ahead and just ordered it, got the pre-built option. And I was able to go ahead and my husband was able to attach the 3 different sections, and I was once we got it all set up, we got all the totes and tray systems in, and the rack system, whatever they call it, we were able to fill that puppy up and go. Okay, so that's the idea. So I've got my little base built up for the weld. So then the next idea is I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of ink blending with this. I'm going to move this out the way. And I chose 3 inks, so I'm using some Distress oxide inks. I got 3 colors in the family, so I'm going to do the light, medium, and the dark. So those are going to be my color combinations. So I'm using let's move it over a little bit. So that's going to be Picked Raspberry, Seedless Preserves, and Wilted Violet. Brushes out. So I've got from Waffle House, my little blending brushes. That one. Time to get some ink blending going on. I'm not blending on this. So let me get my silicone mat from Waffle Flower. It's over here on my craft table. So just position everything. Should have had this down first, but the grid lines help you make sure that your camera is straight. I did learn that the hard way. All right, so I'm going to start with the pink first. So this is how I like to do it. That way I know I have my right caps going back on the right items. And I'm just going to do a light coating of ink in a circular motion. Now you really can't tell on the camera. It's not a deep pink. But after you do a couple of layers and you layer in some of that purple, it's going to be really pretty. And I'm really taking my time to blend this out. And so I really want that pink just to be topped. The Picked Raspberry to be right down towards the bottom. I'm going to pick up some of this Seedless Preserve, and then for that color I'm going to go all the way around. Start off there, light hand, and then pick it back up. So I'm going to go around the heart, just on the sides. So I've got something planned for the middle. Now that's just the first part. Now I'm going to go back and hit it again, but that's what I'm doing for now. And then I'm going to use the same brush and pick up the darker purple, which is the Wild Violet, and it does change the pink a little, and I kind of like it. And then I'm going to come down on that side, so right down the top. And then I'm going to kind of leave the middle and nothing in the middle. I'm going to come back in with that Seedless Preserve and now really pick up and go around the sides. And no rhyme or reason, just what I thought would be pretty. And you can see how it's gotten deeper. And then I'm going to take this lamb, hit the bottom of the heart with the picked raspberry and just come in and add a lot more pressure. And then I'm gonna have, take a look at it and evaluate it and see if I like what I like. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that Seedless Preserve. I'm just gonna lightly hit the pink. Lightly get towards the center of it, just really lightly. And then that'll take care of that. And then that's how my heart's gonna look. Okay, and put the caps back on, please. Okay, put my little ink. These are just, I think, the 1x1 cubes. It was just for something for me to try. My magic box. I'm going to grab a baby wipe to wipe down this right now. Get some of that color up on my mat. Tidy. Does a fairly good job, and when I finish filming, I'll go ahead and run it under some soapy water, but I didn't want this to stay on here too long. I really love this silicone mat from Waffle Flower. When I got into inking, I didn't know, I'm not an artist of any kind. I'll pretend to be an artist, but I really like doing ink blending. It does bring your, just drop it off. Does bring card making. Okay, make sure just want to make sure that's dry. Well, my paper. Okay, so that's my heart. And then I thought, oh well, I'm a sparkle glam girl. So what I thought I'd do is use my Perfect Pearl in a pink color. And I'm just going to scoop out a little into the top and use a little bit of water. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of make some background strokes. So I'm going to scoop a little bit of the Perfect Pearl, just a tiny bit into the cap. A lot goes a long way. Set that off to the side. And I have just my, I'm going to use the bottom of the paintbrush to dip it in there. Well, I'm going to do a little bit more. Just a tad more, I think. And add just a little bit of water on my work surface. Just spray. Dip. I dipped my paintbrush in the water, and I'm just going to dab it on. And that time, just making little dots with my Perfect Pearl. and pick up some Perfect Pearl. A little bit of water, a little bit of Perfect Pearl, and I'm just dotting it on the heart. And that'll give me a little bit of shine in the background when I put in the shaker bits. So Perfect Pearl is a new medium for me, and I'm all about the shiny stuff. So I'm kind of making my own polka dot, like tone on tone polka dot with the what's it called? Pink gumball. That's what it's called. So I am just trying to make my own little dots, and so when the Perfect Pearl dries, it'll dry with a little pearlescence. And I'm just randomly putting dots. So just got the idea and the concept behind this was just to add a little visual interest to the back of the card. And I'll just let that dry. Clean that up. So I'm going to clean off the baby wipes are a must. I love them in my craft room. I'm going to put the top back on it. Just try and I'll clean it up. Again, like I said, I make a mess. I'm going to clean up the mess. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can kind of see the pearlescence coming through. Back in my magic box. Oh, I see, I told you I made a mess. Oh, nothing. Soap and water can't clean up after the fact. Wouldn't be me if I didn't make a mess. So, just waiting for that little bit of water to dry up. And while I'm waiting on that, let me grab my sequins that I'm going to be using. So I have these from Michael's, a local craft store. This is a slightly darker, so what I think I'm going to do is use the two colors. I'll use this red in the top and use these closed hearts in the bottom. So the next step of the game is to go ahead and attach that like that. Fair amount of glue. I'm going to go back over and hit it again, because you do not, I've learned the hard way after making several shaker cards, you do not want this bad boy to those shakers to slide out. You get to shaking and they get to falling. So you want to be very mindful of how you're putting your glue down. Back to see, to help nudge it into place. Yeah, yep. Just gotta shake it down, get it over, nudge, nudge, nudge. And line up. Use your fingers. I can see it's a little off at the top. See if I can fix that. Really set yet. I'm hoping I can move it around. If you don't like it, and I don't, I'm gonna redo it again. I don't like that. We'll use, like, I do have some scrap. So like I said, I'm a big fan of Leo from Dreaming Tree, and he always says, well, you know, if something comes up, you get your little scrap cardstock and glue it back down. So this is me doing it again before it set real well. So I didn't like the way it was rolling. Just did not. So there we go. Let's see if that works better. Okay, I did a better job. Come on. Don't repeat the sins of the past. Okay, yeah, I can see I did a better job already. Much better. Oh, got a little spillage right there. Glue. Alright, so that's that for that. Put that off to the side. Put that sit on there. Now for my card base, again, I apologize for my arm. I should have had this out of my magic box. I might decide to use this embossing folder from Spellbinders. For my inside panel. So like I have, let me go back to the card. So I have this matte layer here, which I did ink blend just to give it a little bit more interest, visual interest. Okay, so that's my print and cut layer. I'm not ready for that just yet. I was looking for my card base. I stick it. Okay. This is my card base here. Not sure if I like. It's a little smaller than I wanted, but I think I might just go ahead and go with it, and I might just go ahead and not sure how I want to do that. Decisions. I cut it a little wider, longer to get more of a matte, and I don't think I did. I think I intended to, and I didn't do it. No, I should just go with it. Might be a different look. That's why I ink blended it, so you'd have a little bit of breakup. Oh, I think I might go with it. Let me go ahead and do the embossing. Use this with the embossing folder. I'm gonna open this. I don't think I've. Yeah, no. Yeah, I've used this once. See, knocking over the glue, Brenda. Put that over there. So let's put that back in the magic tray. This is my thinking. If I emboss this, and I can never remember which side is which, quite frankly. I always have this probably is the side I want because I can feel the raised face. Okay, so this is the smooth side, fairly smooth. So this is my thinking, and I'm not sure if I want to ink blend it first and then emboss. I'm going to emboss first and then ink blend. And then I have, if I don't like that look, I actually have another panel that's too big. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know if I like that look. Okay, so 2 traces. I'm going to do both and see which ones I like the best. So that's how it works for me. Because it never hurts. Because if I don't use it on this project, there's always another project that you can use these items on for that panel. And then I'll just add it to my magic tray of items. And so if I don't use it today, I will always can find something to use it tomorrow. So let me break out my little scissors. Texture embossing. Again, being a fan of Leo's, turned me onto this thing. This little You can see it. I don't know how to get it in the shot, but there it is. It's a little. All it does is use embossing powder, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Just a manual crank. I'm sorry. I've got to be mindful of the camera. It's not thick. It's not I do not want to break out my spell binders today. I really don't want to do that. I got it to come through. Just get through. I'm sorry, I can't see my camera out. There we go. This well loved has seen me through. Before I got the spell binders, this was it. Yay and yay. Okay, I did it backwards. I did it backwards. I'm such a goober. I'm so glad I didn't. It's this side with the words. Such a goober. So this is embossed and this is debossed. It all worked. It all worked, so I'm not gonna complain. Which I always forget. And so what I typically do, because I will go ahead and take some washi tape or some kind of indicator for me to tell me which is the front side and which is the back side, which is the embossed side and which is the debossed side. So I'm going to do this off camera because it is painful. So I'm going to be using what little purple's left on this blending brush, just whatever little color I have. And I'm just going to hit it ever so slightly right around the border of this panel. So off camera, I use my spell binders and I use one of my die cuts from Spell Binders, the A2 layered, precision layered die cut to cut this out. It's not a lot on that, but it's going to be just a subtle difference to break up some of that white. So this is what it's going to look like. So pretty good. All right, so I'm going to lay that down. Just get a little bit of glue in the back of this panel. Put that over to the side. Do the best you can to get an even border around all sides, top, bottom, left, and right. Let's do it a little bit more heavy-handed than I need it to be. Okay. And then we'll just add that in the inside. Center it in there best I can, given my angle. Right. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of flourish. If I can find it. Had a heart, so one of the cutouts in Sparkle. Please be in here. I might have put it up. Okay, well, can't find it right now. Best laid plans of mice and men. So I can't find that flourish, so I'm just gonna take care of that right there. Let's take care of that part right there. So that's gonna be the inside. Okay, so here's the magic. Move that over to the side. Here's now my hearts all glued together with the base at the back, and now it's ready to receive the sparkly, checker bits. So this is from the Recollection brand at Michael's. Got these on sale. So I'm just going to sprinkle the hearts in here. You can do as much or as little as you like. Oh, no, well, okay. Just be careful. Supposed to put the glitter on there. Top, don't do that. Okay, so there we go. Sticks to me, so that's that part. And then I'm going to use, I can get it open. Be very careful, and then just pour some of these in the bottom of the heart. Two types of sequins in here. Just ever so slightly. Not too much where it comes out, but just enough to shake. Shake, shake, shake. I got enough all around. Perfect. Alright, so now that I have that on, now I'm going to go ahead and glue down my acetate like so. I'm gonna go ahead and put glue around the perimeter. So just again outline the heart with the glue. Trying to keep the shaker bits in the, well, pay attention, okay. Apparently I can't talk and glue at the same time, so I will just be quiet till I get it all in there. I'm going to thin out this glue with my finger. Just want to make sure I have enough. Set that to the side. So when I put the acetate on top, it won't be smearing everywhere. Okay, so for the acetate, I use some Embossable acetate. So it's looking pretty good. And of course, this is going to dry clear. I'm going to put that on their top and let that sit for a few minutes. So for the acetate, I did the, oops. Like I said, I did the embossable acetate, and I wish I had some embossing folder with hearts. I would have embossed that as well. So while I'm waiting on that, just set that aside. I'll go ahead and attach panel to the front of the card. Put some glue on that. get it pretty glued up there. Not happy with the proportions, but I'm gonna work with what I have. Not doing this again. Bring it up, making sure you can see it. Trying to keep it in frame. Like I said, that's another language I've got to learn. Keep things in the frame. Right. So now take this. See my glue smushed? Curses. I'm a persevere. I was trying to avoid the smushy smush of the glue. But that's just how it is. Acetate. And once I get the glitter on top, I will then attach all of the hearts in before I do that. It's just glue all over my hands. Curses. I'm gonna pick this up a little bit so I can see it better and get that. Oh, that's so darling. It's so adorable. So adorable. Just so. Still not happy with myself. Let me get some of that glue off. I'm not gonna shake it too much. I'm not gonna handle it so that glue dries. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to turn it towards the left. Like your heart, your chest leans to the left ever so slightly. And then I had done some sentiments with some black cardstock, some white embossing ink, and some white glitter, white embossing powder. I can't remember what it is called right now. Then I'll add that there. I think I'll add it right here, right in so. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this over. Get some glue on the back of that. There's no need to add any additional dimensions to this heart because it's all already layered up with the individual heart pieces. So I'm going to sort of just use that gray as my spot, and that light spot. I'm going to turn it to the left. Put my little thing on and I'm going to go ahead and commit to sending out my sentiment. I'm not going to raise that either. Just put some glue on my sentiment. Dots there, so it kind of looks like it's in line. And that is that. And the inside of the card and the outside of the card, and that's what it looks like. Such a beauty. I love the way it turned out. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content such as this. I'll get better at it. We'll grow together, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a good day.